Baby, this is the S.A.G.E show, where the comeback is sweeter, the give back is greater, and the setbacks ain't nothing but setups for the glow. Ooh, it feels good over here, y'all, and it looks even better. So grab your crowd, hit subscribe, and let's rise together. This is the S.A.G.E show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the S.A.G.E show. We are going to introduce, and maybe to some reintroduce, Miss S.A.G.E. Let me ask you this. What year was your son born? What year of high school was your son?
My gosh. My son, Quinn, was born in 1992, the same year of my supposed graduation from high school.
Okay.
So what? It's a whole book. You like here?
Here you go.
Okay. The summer before my senior year, and the pregnant, right? And I'm freaking out. This is why I talk to young girls, because of this story right here. We're like, what are we gonna do? Like, you have plans. We have plans. We stopped talking. I went back to Pennsylvania, like, I'm not pregnant.
Oh, like ignored it.
Went to a denial. And a full-blown, I'm not pregnant. I'm too young to carry a baby. I'm too skinny to have a baby. I'm not really pregnant. This ain't even gonna happen. Like, I told myself I could have been a guest on Oprah. I'm not pregnant. So I'm still the cheerleading captain. Pregnant. I'm still doing all the things. Pregnant, right? I'm going to class. I'm kind of sick here and there because, my school starts, but whatever. I'm not pregnant. I take some Pepto-Bismol. I told myself it was everything, but homecoming time rolls around. I'm voted on the homecoming queen. Pregnant. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows?
Nobody knows. But me. My future husband, Greg, thinks that I've actually, full transparency, have gone to Clinton thinking, right? Okay, fine. And we were sick, crying at the thought, right? I get the money and I go to the mall. because
I was not ready.
Neither was I. I went to the mall because I'm like, I gotta get rid of it. I gotta get rid of this. I gotta get rid of this money. If I don't have the money, I can't do it. Because I couldn't wrap my mind around it. So I stayed pregnant and only I knew. First of all, I was 17, Dana.
Right.
How was I gonna get it done?
Right. No, so you were 17 with plans.
But meanwhile, your girl is grown.
Okay.
My friend was on the homecoming court, visibly pregnant, and the city had a fit about that. Because back then, teenage pregnancy was not like, hey girl, hey. It wasn't. Yeah. And they had a problem with her being on the homecoming court. Okay. Here I am, crowned the queen. Very pregnant. And nobody knew. And that just probably helped to bury it. You know what I mean? That probably helped to bury it, where I wouldn't look at myself in showers. Because if I look down and see that, I gotta come to some kind of help. I stopped looking in mirrors. Like the mind is powerful. So the day that I had him was the day that anybody found that I was pregnant.
Mom too?
Mom, dad, and stepmom, who I lived with. My dad and stepmom. I lived that Sunday. I got up, went to the restroom, felt funny. I was like, let me get some bricks or something. I feel like I need to go to the bathroom. All pregnant women know this feeling, right? I must be constipated. I didn't. So I just laid down. And as soon as I laid down, my water broke. I just felt, and I'm like, Months and months and months came back. Months came back, and now reality is setting in. Okay, you're laying in your daybed in your dad and stepmom's house. Your water just broke. That means a baby is coming. Your father just had surgery on his knee. He's propped up downstairs in front of the TV. What you doing? So I called a cousin who I knew already had kids. Like, hey girl, what you doing, girl? How you doing today? Okay, child. What did it look like when your water broke? Really? And I said, cause I think my water broke.
And I'm sure she was like, water broke.
She was like, what? Freaking out. Her and the big cousin. They was like, put a towel between your legs and get on the front porch. We're on our way. But I go out front, and before I get there, I'm practicing what to say to my dad.
Because he gonna ask you where you going?
So I'm like, Dad, you remember Greg? You remember Greg? And I get to the bottom of the stairs. I'm practicing. I see him laid up with his foot up because he just had this surgery. And I said, Dad, I'm going to Juanita's house.
So do you remember Greg went out the window?
No, I couldn't tell him. I could not tell him. I'm like, oh my God, I barely just told myself. You know what I mean? I could not tell him. I couldn't disappoint him. I couldn't disappoint myself. I literally just walked out the back door like I was going to my girl Juanita's, went around the block and sat on the front porch waiting for my cousins to come in. They be coming the whole time. I had no idea. I'm not in pain. I feel uncomfortable. That's about it. And as soon as I got undressed, the lady said she's there. I was like, huh? So she's there. She's ready. And they started speeding up. And wheelchairing out of the room, and my cousins are going out of the doors. And I'm like, but I can't scream because I'm really in labor. And they leave. And I go in the delivery room, and 2 pushes, and I had a baby. Then like 4 o'clock I signed in when they went to the cafeteria. 4:15 is on his birthday.
That sounds like me. I got a similar story.
Really? See, women need
in terms of how quickly your labor went. Yeah, I have a similar.
Because I don't know what it's like to be in labor for hours and hours, you know?
Yeah, no, me.
That would have probably benefited me. That one time. I need time to process.
That's what my mom said to me.
I mean?
My mom said, you keep having all these kids because you don't know what hard labor is like.
Sure don't. Me neither. Not 3 of them. Sure didn't. But I'm sitting, and the woman was like, "You are made for having, honey. Good job." I'm thinking she has no idea. And meanwhile, I got a baby boy on my chest. I'm 17 years old. Nobody knows that there's none of this, and I don't know where my cousins are. Right? So they wheel me out of the room, and I realized my cousins didn't just go to the cafeteria. They went and called my dad. Because they're probably like thinking he knows, hey, cousin Harry, Shay here at the hospital, we got her here, thinking he wasn't home or something. And I can just imagine him going, excuse me. So when they wheel me out of the room with a brand new baby boy in my arms, my dad is coming through the double doors at me. I'm just like, what do you say?
I know. I'm sure your heart was in your throat.
In my shoes, okay? Next thing you know, this beautiful boy is looking at me, and I'm like, oh my God, like he's mine. I gotta say something. I said, Dad, do you remember Greg? And you know what he said? My dad is beautiful, man. He's beautiful. Both my parents are. And he said, none of that matters now. We got a baby boy. I was considered automatically a statistic. You are now a statistic. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, you're not. You're exactly who you think you are. So think highly. And don't let nobody tell you no different. Go get it in spite of.